Yes, please. Very good morning. Hello, Internet. Today I'm going to discuss a very important topic, which is switch virtual interface, which is again linked to VLAN. So first, I'll just help you explain the topology, what the topology is all about, what is the role of switch virtual interface, how do I configure switch virtual interface, and how my inter-VLAN routing is happening. Okay. Now, inter-VLAN routing means nothing but I have one machine over here and one laptop over here. The machine is inside VLAN 100, the laptop is inside VLAN 200. Not at all an issue. I have over here something which now if VLAN 100 has to talk with VLAN 200, there are two options which I will show you in my inter-VLAN routing tutorial also. So there are two options. Either you can have a router over here and a layer 2 switch over here, and the inter-VLAN routing is happening via the router, or better thing is that you can have something which is called as a layer 3 switch or a multi-layer switch. Okay, so the role of layer 3 switch is nothing but it will switch within a VLAN. That is, for example, if I have another computer over here, and if that computer wants to communicate this with this PC, then this layer 3 switch or this multi-layer switch will allow for inter-VLAN, that allow for intra-VLAN, that is inside a VLAN communication, and it will also help for communication between VLAN 100 and VLAN 200, which is inter-VLAN routing. Okay, the logic is very simple. This is my multi-layer switch. The IP address of this PC will be 100.0.0.2. The IP address of this gateway will be 100.0.0.1. The IP address of this laptop will be 200.0.0.2. The IP address of this gateway will be 200.0.0.1. I want my switch, layer 3 switch itself, to give IP addresses to these devices. So I will not enter. I can, if I go over here and over here, I can put the static IP addresses, but I don't want to put the static IP addresses. I want DHCP to give the IP addresses. So we will do first the configuration of DHCP. Before that, we will configure VLAN. My VLAN 100 will also be called as Arun, because my name is Arun, and VLAN 200 will also be called as Pep, because I am a great fan of Pep Guardiola, the Manchester City coach, and of course the former Barcelona and Bayern Munich coach. So this is my VLAN 100, this is my VLAN 200, one desktop in VLAN 100, one laptop in VLAN 200. I want VLAN Arun to communicate with Pep. The communication should happen via a layer 3 switch, multi-layer switch, and that happens via something which is called a switch virtual interface. Okay, so first thing we will configure the VLANs. VLAN 10, VLAN 100, sorry, VLAN 100, name VLAN 200, name Guardiola. Okay, so the VLAN, so if I just to show VLAN command, it will show me the VLAN, that is VLAN 100 and VLAN 200 over here. Okay, now the next thing is that I have to first enable IP routing, that is I have to enable routing in this switch also. So the command to enable routing on the switch is IP routing. The next thing I have to do is I have to enable DHCP. So I go IP DHCP excluded address, that is which address I don't want to give inside my DHCP pool. I don't want to give this address. 100.0.0.1. Okay, then IP DHCP pool Arun. Okay, network 100.0.0.0 250.250.250.0. The default router address will be 100.0.0.1. Okay. So with the help of this, I have configured. Same thing I will do now. IP excluded for VLAN 200, that is IP DHCP excluded addresses 200.0.0.1. Then IP DHCP pool back network is 200.0.0.0. Default router address will be 200.0.0.0. So this is my DHCP configuration also. So not at all an issue. Now I will just show you that inside my switch fast Ethernet 0/10 interface is connected to this machine and fast Ethernet 0/20 is connected to my laptop. So I will make this into an access. So the command is fast Ethernet 0/ switch port access VLAN switch port mode access interface fast Ethernet 0/20. Otherwise it will do dynamic trunking protocol and it will form a trunk dynamically based on dynamic auto and dynamic desirable. So that is the reason I am making it an access. Okay. Switch port access VLAN switch port access. So two steps I have done is, first is I have enabled DHCP. So that these machines can get the IP addresses from the switch itself. Okay. Then I have done is I have made the interface of switch fast Ethernet 0/10 and fast Ethernet 0/20 into access. Okay. Now nothing very simply I will just interface VLAN. This command makes my switch virtual interface, that is it is creating a virtual interface for VLAN 100. Okay, here I am doing no SH and I am doing the IP GDDR. The IP address will be given of my router, that is 100.0.0.2 and interface VLAN 200 as which virtual interface for 200. So with this command what I am doing is I am creating a virtual interface for VLAN 100 and also I am creating a virtual interface for VLAN 200 also. Okay. Same thing, no set IP ADDR 200.0.0.1 to 55. Now all the configuration is done and now I have to go inside this computer and I have to just change it to DHCP so that the IP address will be given by the switch for my layer 3 device itself. Same thing over here, IP address DHCP. Going into the command program, first I will do IP config. Now IP config, try to understand. This is the IP address of my switch virtual interface for VLAN 100. Then I told while I was enabling DHCP that do not give this IP address to the machine. So they have given 100.0.0.2. Now I have to check that can I communicate with VLAN 200. First I will check that can I communicate with myself. So I will get the 100.0.0.1 happening, not at all an issue. 100.0.0.2 happening, not at all an issue. So ping is successful. 200.0.0.1 happening, not at all an issue. Ping 200.0.0.2. Now this is important. Let us can I communicate between two VLANs? Yes, not at all an issue. The first one is not a request timeout, it is just done for MAC address learning. First one. And then I have three success only. Okay, so you can see that via switch virtual interfaces I am communicating between two VLANs, whereas if I have to communicate between two VLANs I always need a router in inter-VLAN routing, but using layer 3 switches or multi-layer switches also I can communicate between VLAN 100 and VLAN 200. If you want the command sheet, then kindly mail me on this email ID. It is cscmanic2015@gmail.com. I will give you the entire lab command for this video lecture series. The next lecture is on inter-VLAN routing. The same thing that I have done, that is communication between VLAN 100 and VLAN 200, communication between Arun and Pep Guardiola, will happen now with the help of a router. This is only via layer 3 switch. I will do it with the help of a router in the next video series. Thank you Internet. Have a great day. The motto is always spreading knowledge is equivalent to spreading happiness.